Welcome back to Junkyard Truck, everyone. So we are just not having a good time, I have to say. Our truck is still over here, laying sideways. We have $14 to our name, and look at this thing. The whole front end is officially smashed in. The rear end is a little messed up, and it's a hurting unit, so we needed to make money. So what I did was I cut down a tree with our chainsaw, and I actually managed to load some logs in here, so figured we'd be okay. Drove down the hill, and as we crossed that bridge and tried to go up the hill again, the car died. It did not have the power to get up the hill. So I ended up unloading the logs, and lucky for us, seriously lucky, this unit right here was laying right behind the car. It was just off in the ditch a little bit. So we unloaded the logs and we loaded this in. And the last time we recycled one of these, I do believe it was like a $400 payout. It was a $400 payout. So hopefully, and with a $400 payout, we'll be able to transport the truck back to our shop, no problem. We could even buy ourselves that crankshaft and replace the crankshaft while we're at it. So I have two pistons in there. One of the pistons looks like it's missing, and we have to remember that we still need a distributor. So here we go. Let's see what old boy gives us. Moment of truth. $276. So maybe I was wrong with the 4. Maybe it was a $200 payout. But that is still exactly kind of what we need. We really only need, I think it's $30 in order to transport the truck back to your shop, and then we can drive this thing back to the shop ourselves. So I'm going to head back to town, and we're going to pick up that distributor that we need. And then I'm going to transport the truck back. I'll see you guys there. And hopefully we can get the truck running, because this thing's on its last life. It's not going to last much longer. And then we have to be actively aware to replace the crankshaft and the rocker arm assembly. Those can't go unfixed anymore. We might get a couple more runs out of the truck, but those are going, so we gotta get those dealt with. It'd be nice to get the crankshaft dealt with right now, but as it stands, this thing barely has enough power to make it up a... Oh wait, I forgot to go back to town. This thing barely has enough power to get up a hill with almost nothing in it, so I don't know how much more life this thing's got in it. So I'll see you guys back at the garage. Alright everyone, we're back at our garage, and I might have been wrong about our jalopy of a car. It made it up the hill actually relatively easily, so it could have more life in it. It could just be a weight thing. So here's our distributor. I'm mad about that. That's $120 that we just lost on this stupid thing that we didn't need to replace, and that irritates me that happened. So a little bit of a bug, unfortunately. We're gonna have ourselves a drink. We're gonna eat ourselves a snack, and we're gonna call her a night. And in the morning, let's get our truck towed up here. Alright, it's a brand new day. Let's just take in some fresh air. Alright, let's get our truck transported. Transport me. Oh, you can't get you and your vehicle. Has to be you and your vehicle, or just you. That's unfortunate. So transport me and my truck home. I mean, I'm already home, but, you know, whatever. Unfortunately, that sucks. This whole thing is just outside instead of inside. So that's kind of unfortunate. So I guess all we can do is Yeah, it's not. There's no easy way to remove this engine, is there? Is there an engine hoist? Nope. Okay, so to remove the engine, I think we have to disconnect the transmission and everything, and then we have to disconnect everything from the front of the engine, and then pull it out by hand. That is, oh my goodness. Not a good start to this, that is for sure. So let's get everything disconnected once again. There goes the transmission. Alright, so the transmission has been removed. I'm assuming we gotta take this whole assembly off. Clutch disc and pressure plate. Please don't tell me. And then lastly, we'll get the flywheel out of here. Alright. That should be everything underneath this engine. Or underneath the truck, sorry. And if I come over here, looks like all of our parts are still here. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to come in here. We're going to get rid of the radiator hoses. And I guess we'll have to remove the fan. There's that guy. Still can't remove the engine block. Let's remove the belt. Where's the belt? There we go. There's the belt. Throw the belt down. And then what's next? Should be this thing, right? Yeah. Fan clutch. Engine block still not removable. Can we remove the radiator? No. Okay, it's giving me a hand. So, oh, there's a bolt in there. I see it. There we go. And that should take the fan pulley off. Low fan pulley. Engine block. This crankshaft here should have to come off. Wonder if we have to get on this thing to see from a better angle. There we go. There's the crank pulley. Ah, my goodness. This thing is so hard to remove. Okay, that'll be the crankshaft stuff. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, we'll pull the oil filter off, I guess. This oil filter actually looks like it's in good shape, too. Okay, what else do we have to remove? Oh, what did I just pull off? The crankshaft. Okay, so we've pulled the crankshaft out. How do we get the engine block out to get the pistons? Game. Okay, there's some sort of part here. Oh, this must be the cover, the timing cover, actually. So there's that one, there's that one. That'll be this one, this one, this one. And there goes the timing cover. Perfect. Oh my goodness, this dolly thing is like the most annoying to move around. Oh my goodness. All of these gears. Oh my goodness. The entire internals of this truck are just total trash. Okay, so we've got timing gear 3. 2. And 1. Okay, that should be absolutely everything. But it's still not letting us pull this bloody block out to get at our pistons. I do not know. Oh no. Let's not do that again. Now that the crank, you know what? Now that the crankshaft is actually out, there we go. So we can't pull the block out, unfortunately. You've got to just pull this whole thing apart. That kind of makes sense. I imagine the garage in town might have an engine puller, an engine hoist, and maybe that's what we need. So we didn't have to take the whole front end of that engine off. Now, the tedious task of back and forth. We're going to take all our pistons like this. And then that leaves us no other room. Might as well just like reinstall them, I guess. So we'll do this. Drop, 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 and drop. Perfect. So piston 2. Here we go. Oh my goodness. There we go. Piston 1, where do you go? 8. Not too sure which, seems kind of weird how to put them back in. There we go. So those are in. We're just going to start, I think, straight with the bottom. Throw the crankshaft back in there, I think. There we go. And let's, you know what? Let's put the front end of this engine back together. There we go. We'll do the timing cover next. Let's tighten everything down. I'm surprised we were able to get the crankshaft out without pulling off these caps. That's kind of worrying in a way. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is the crank pulley. Ta-da. Fan pulley. I don't think, no, that did require a tightening. There we go. We're gonna put you back on. Where do you go? Oh my goodness, this, I cannot get over how annoying that thing is to actually maneuver. We're gonna fan belt it back together. Put the fan back on. We've got the lower radiator hose. Come on. I guess the alternator was still on. We probably can't... Okay, this thing is very determined not to go back in. This is the lower hose, right? And this one's supposed to go up here. Maybe not, maybe... Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've got radiator hose. Oh, this is the lower one. We had the wrong one. Figures. There it is. There we go. Put this guy up top. Put our oil filter back in. Wherever it wants to go. Come on, I know you belong there. You are just the most stubborn. There. And I guess we can put the transmission back together now. We did all this extra work for nothing. Alright, so our transmission is back in. We are going to put the piston rod caps back on. And we will bring the oil pan with us. Get the rest of the bottom end back together. So if I do this, and then we say do this, and then we just drop all the rod caps. There we go. We'll just grab one. There's one. Two. These hitboxes are very strange. And I do not understand them at all. Like, in theory, that should go on right there, but it's just being as difficult as it can possibly be. Oh, I saw it. There it is. Which one is missing a rod cap? 1, 2, 3. It's this guy right here, I think. Right underneath the diff. I gotta say, I almost never want to do piston rod caps again. They were so frustrating to get in there. I just realized we don't have any oil either. Use the oil in the car. Well, we got a little bit of oil. That'll probably be at least enough to get back to town. Alright, so we've got the entire bottom and the entire front. It is now time to put the top end back together once again. We've been here, we've done that. So, I'll let you know when I'm done, you get. Those cam bearings have got to be the stupidest thing I've ever seen, and I really hope that the developers fix that in this game, because I can't seem to find the hitbox to put the cams on before the rocker assembly, and trying to put the cams on when the rocker assembly is on is very annoying. But I wonder if that's supposed to be a more realistic way of doing things, because maybe the rocker assembly is like holding the cam in place, because you can't put the cams down. You can't tighten the cam down until like the lobes are all aligned with the rocker assembly. But I've never really seen a rocker assembly on a vehicle either. So and then we'll take the intake. There we go. And then sometimes the ratchet doesn't like certain positions, which I also find very strange. So I think there is only 3. Let's grab the rest here. So we got our new distributor, unfortunately. Put the wires back on. Throttle. And then the air. Come on. You know you want to go on. Thank you. Alright, the only thing left is our exhaust manifold and the valve head. So here's hoping that this will fix most of the truck's problems. Like I said, we do have to remember to place the crankshaft as soon as we can. And we have to replace the timing gears for sure. So those are going to be the big things that we've got to do in future episodes for sure. It does look like we've gotten everything. That's the carbureted intake, and that's a new distributor I found. So alright, so engine is back together. Let us grab some oil that we left here in the car. There's only 33 milliliters. So I think that, yep, that should read 0 now. So now we just have to get the truck back to town so we can refill it up with oil. And in the meantime, grab ourselves some food and everything. I'm gonna save our game. And, alright, moment of truth. Will you run? Alright, she's running. Our oil light is on, so we just have to make it to town. She's feeling a little bit peppier, but we are also going downhill, so that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Alright, so I stopped us here at the bridge because we do have some logs over here. So I figured maybe since we've got our truck back at the moment, let's throw some logs in here so when we get to town we can just take them right after we grab our oil. We'll take them and we'll drop them off They're like 30 bucks a piece or whatnot, so there we go. Close up our tailgate. This is going to be the biggest test here, if the truck has power. So she's still struggling a little bit, so I'm definitely thinking she's lacking power, but she's not bogging out yet. So that's just it. So we're gonna run. I'll run a bunch of missions down here in town, and whoa, 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 whoa! What just happened? The whole truck just kind of decided it didn't want to go straight anymore. That was weird. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna run some missions in town, try to make up as much money as we can. And yeah, this thing's kinda like wobbling all over the road. It's kinda interesting. But yeah, I'll run some missions here in town, make up some money, pick up the parts that we need. And then we'll try to get the rest of the... Look at that, just crushed the whole front end. We'll try and get the rest of the parts we need in order to get the truck's power back and all that, so... There we go. Still have 32. Perfect. So... Looks like our oil light is still on. It didn't take any more oil. Why is the oil light on? Oh, no, I think it's off. Let's just put her in four-wheel drive. Alright, and there you have it, everyone. We've made it here without any other problems. So, as I said, I'll just do this. I'll just grind out some money on my own time, and then when I get the parts all together, or if something catastrophic happens once again, I'll catch it. And, yeah, so in the meantime, thanks so much for watching, guys. This has been quite the adventure. It'll be nice to have the truck running a fair bit better and actually be able to do some of like the scouting missions and some of the driving, because like right now this thing's strictly basically a little bit of mud and then mostly highway stuff. So in the meantime, thanks so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next one, and peace out.